Hello students, how are you? Today again we are on our chapter number 3rd, Consumers Equilibrium. In last two lectures, I told you regarding number 1 utility, then I told you regarding law of diminishing marginal utility, consumers equilibrium, which was in the case of one commodity. Now we are on the topic number 3rd, which is the last topic, consumers equilibrium in the case of two goods. It is based on a law of equimarginal utility. Now first of all, before doing consumers equilibrium, we have to clear our law of equimarginal utility. What is our law of equimarginal utility? इसमें बड़े देखो, जब भी आप लोग कंजम्पशंस करते हो, सपोज कर लो आप जरूरी नहीं कि एक ही चीज़ खाओगे. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि हम दो चीज़ें इकट्ठी खाते हैं. तो एट दैट टाइम आप लोग क्या करते हो, यू विल कंपेयर द यूटिलिटी गेन्ड फ्रॉम बोथ गुड्स and you will spend more money on that commodity which gives you more satisfaction. So we have to compare marginal utilities in this topic. In this case of two goods. Suppose you are consuming your money on two goods. Let's suppose you are having 5 rupees and you have to spend this money on two goods that are X and that are Y. Second is Y. Suppose marginal utility from X is more than marginal utility of Y. If you spend your 5 rupees continuously on X commodity, you will be able to get marginal utility as 12, 10, 8, 6 and 4. And if you spend your whole money on Y commodity, then you will be able to get 10, 8, 6, 4 and 2 utils from every next unit. ये तो आपको पता ही है अपने. According to law of diminishing marginal utility, as we consume more and more money on the commodities, marginal utility will diminish continuously with every additional unit. So I have taken the same law here for the X and Y commodity. जो चीज़ आपको ज़्यादा अच्छी लगती है नेचुरली इसलिए आपको यूटिलिटी थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा मिलेगी. X चीज़ मुझे थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा अच्छी लगती है. So X is giving, first unit will give me 10, then 12, then 10, 8, 6 and 4. And if I consume my money on Y, then it will give me little bit lesser utility than X. That is 8 utils, 10 utils, 8 utils, 6 utils and 4 2 utils. Now I have to manage my 5 rupees because I am having 5 rupees and I have to spend my 5 rupees in both goods to get maximum satisfaction. In this, according to law of equimarginal utility, we are having two basic concepts related to the definition of equimarginal utility. The very first, consumer is rational and he wants to get maximum satisfaction by spending his money. He wants to get maximum satisfaction from his whole money. So he will spend his money in such a way that utility gained, total utility बोल सकते हो, total utility gained is maximum. Total utility gained is maximum. वो maximum कैसे होगी? That you have to make the expenditure accordingly. Naturally, consumer is rational, so he will spend his first rupees on that commodity from which he is getting maximum utility, and 12 is maximum utility. Now, second rupees he will spend on the next best alternative. The next best alternative are 10 utils from X and Y both. As I say that consumer is rational, as I said that consumer is rational, he is very well known that when how he can spend his money. So according to that, he will spend his second rupees on this commodity or this commodity. But by using the rationality, he will spend second rupees over here and third rupees over here. Next, again he is having 2 rupees and utility gained is equal from both the units. So according to his rationality, he will spend 4th rupees over here and 5th rupees over here. By this way, the total utility, in last topic I told you that total utility is summation of margin utility, that is equal to 12 plus 10 plus 10 plus 8 plus 8, that is equal to 48, which is maximum. None other combination will give so much marginal utility. So this is the maximum. If you spend all the whole money on X commodity, you will be able to get 40 units only. If you spend the whole money on Y commodity, then you will be able to get 30 units only. And if you utilize any other combination, like spending the last rupees over here, instead of here, you spend the money over here, then you will be able to get 10, 12 plus 10 plus 10 plus 8 plus 6, that is equal to 46. So only this is the way by which he can get maximum satisfaction from his limited money 5 rupees. Right? The second condition is, according to law of equimarginal utility, very first condition, utility gained is maximum, and the second is utility gained from last units of rupees. Last units of rupees, 4th and 5th are the last rupees. Utility gained from last units of rupees is equal from both the commodities X and Y. It is 8 over here and 8 from Y commodity. It is equal. So, MUX upon PX is equal to MUY upon PY. This is the second condition of the law of equimarginal utility. You can check. 8 price of X is equal to price of Y is equal to 1 rupee. जब दोनों चीज़ों की प्राइस सेम है, तो by this way 8 over 1 is equal to 8 over 1. These both are equal. He is able to get maximum satisfaction by using his money like this. So this is law of equimarginal utility. We can explain it by using the diagram also. You will draw diagram in 2 parts. This is for X good, this is for Y good. Here we will take MUX and here MUY. Rupees, we are having 5 rupees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Margin utility is up to 12. You can take the scale of 2 to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Again the scale इसी के हिसाब से लेना पड़े स्केल 2, 4 आपकी कॉपी पे तो ठीक बनेगी 6, 8 and 10 because the utility gained from Y commodity is up to 10. Now first 3 rupees utility gained from X commodity is from rupees 1, 10 क्योंकि उसने 3 रुपए खर्च किए ना तो तीनों रुपीस पे he is able to get 12, 10 and 8. दूसरी डायग्राम में उसने 2 रुपीस स्पेंड किए हैं तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग he is able to get 10, and 8. This is the marginal utility from X curve. This is the marginal utility from phi. At 8 utils, he is on the EQ marginal utility point. EQ marginal utility point. If he spent 1 more rupees on X commodity, suppose he is spending 4 rupees also on X commodity, by this way he is able to get this much of the marginal utility from X commodity. But for this purpose he has to sacrifice this marginal utility, क्योंकि 1 यूनिट अगर उसका ज़्यादा लेना है, if he is spending more unit of this commodity, then he will sacrifice this unit of Y commodity, right? But this is the utility gained and this is utility lost. You can check, the utility gained is lesser than utility lost. और इससे हमारी जो सेकंड कंडीशन है वो भी फुलफिल नहीं हो रही. सो बाय दिस वे दिस इज टोटली नॉट अ रैशनल डिसीजन फॉर द कंज्यूमर. सो ही शुड कंज्यूम द गुड्स according to this schedule only to get the maximum satisfaction. And now we are on the topic consumers equilibrium. As earlier I have given you the definition, it is the situation where he feels himself in a very good condition and he always wants to be in that condition only. He don't want to make any change in that condition. So क्योंकि वहाँ पे वो highest satisfaction level पे होएगा, ठीक है. So consumer equilibrium in the case of 2 commodities, we will take the same schedule, but conditions मैंने पहले भी आपको बताया है कि जब भी आप equilibrium की बात करोगे, first of all you have to write down the conditions of equilibrium, and each and every equilibrium is based on some conditions. Here again, condition of equilibrium, that is MUX upon PX is equal to MUY upon PY is equal to MUM. Utility gained from both units should be equal to marginal utility of money. Marginal utility of money जो पिछले टॉपिक में मैंने आपको बताया था is the utility gained from worth 1 rupee, right? अब यहाँ पे अगर देखें, suppose MUM is equal to 8. By this way 8 over 1 last unit से over 1 is equal to 8 over 1 from last unit 8 is equal to 8. So condition is fulfilled for the equilibrium. Now this we have to explain with the help of diagram. इसके लिए बेटे देखो, जो पहले वाली डायग्राम बनी थी वो डेफिनेशन की डायग्राम थी. अब जो डायग्राम हम यहाँ के लिए इक्विलिब्रियम के लिए बनाएंगे वो डायग्राम सेपरेट है. Here rupees on x-axis we will take rupees 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and y-axis MUX 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. इस डायग्राम को बेटे हम लोग 2 डायमेंशन लेंगे क्योंकि यहाँ पे MUY भी हमने यहीं पे एक्सप्लेन करनी है. MUY. Now for this purpose, this is the origin point for Y commodity. Rupees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rupees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And यहाँ पे स्केल ले लो. After 2 to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is my marginal utility of Y. Now we are spending 3 rupees on X commodity and 2 rupees on Y commodity. For this purpose, 1 rupee, second rupee, and third rupees. This is the marginal utility of X commodity. And for Y commodity, consumer is spending 2 rupees on Y commodity. For this purpose, first rupees 10 util, second commodity 8 rupees. तो यहाँ पे हम इसकी लाइन बनाए. This is our point of equilibrium. He is on the equilibrium position over here, and same by spending 3 rupees on X commodity and 2 rupees on Y commodity, consumer will be on the equilibrium position. So this shows the consumer's equilibrium in the case of two commodities. And here again we can have the problem of mu x upon px greater than mu y upon py, or mu x upon px less than mu y upon py. As we know, the consumer's equilibrium situation where both are equal, but there may be the situation of greater or less. If this type of the problem occurs for the consumer, then what they have to do? Price is constant, there is no change in the price. Earlier we have taken the assumptions of utility analysis. So for this purpose, either he will consume more units of, for this purpose, either he will consume some more units of X commodity, or he will decrease the consumption of some units of Y commodity up to the limit these both equalize. क्योंकि जो चीज़ ज़्यादा है, मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी ऑफ एक्स ज़्यादा है, और अगर मैं यूनिट्स ज़्यादा कंज्यूम करूँगी तो ये कम हो जाएगी, बिकॉज विद द नेक्स्ट एडिशनल यूनिट मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी विल डिमिनिश. सो टू मेक देम इक्वलाइज, consumer will either increase the consumption of X commodity or decrease the consumption of Y commodity. And for second case, he will decrease the consumption of either X commodity or increase the consumption of Y commodity up to the limit these both equalize. जब तक ये दोनों बराबर नहीं हो जाते तो वो आगे आगे कंजम्पशन को इंक्रीज करता ही रहेगा. अगर हम देखें तो ये हमारा लॉ ऑफ इक्विव मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी है. अगर हम लॉ ऑफ इक्विव मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी एंड लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी में डिफरेंस देखें तो दोनों में सबसे पहले डिफरेंस तो यही आ गया कि इन द लॉ ऑफ इन डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी द कंज्यूमर इज हैविंग ओनली वन कमोडिटी, वेयर एज इन लॉ ऑफ इक्विव मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी कंज्यूमर इज हैविंग टू कमोडिटीज. सेकेंडली, द कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम, इन दैट इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन वाज mu x upon px is equal to mu m, whereas here the condition of equilibrium is mu x upon px is equal to mu y upon py is equal to mu m. But there is a similarity because law of equiv marginal utility is purely based on law of diminishing marginal utility. So this is the relationship between diminishing marginal utility and equiv marginal utility. Both are cardinally measurements for the utility analysis. दोनों में ही हम लोग यूटिलिटी को कार्डिनली मेजर करते हैं, ठीक है, और दोनों ही जो है इंटरडिपेंडेंट है यूटिलिटी एनालिसिस के ऊपर, ठीक है. Our next topic is related to ordinal measurements of the consumer's equilibrium. That is the next chapter which is related to indifference curve. वो हम अपने next lecture में करेंगे. Thank you and God bless us all.